Tamu, Chinese and Mongolian word for camel. Hello, this is SeaWorld Free Willy. We're going to dedicate this next sermon or podcast to Springfield, Illinois, where we have a Chinese Tibetan camel yak. And onward to the very next podcast. The breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. Podcast, who is Tibet? Zindolf.
But the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. But the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. But the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons.
Okay, Tibet. Tibet's the tallest mountain on earth, and in some senses it could actually stand for Mount Ker or Aaron in the Bible. So Nepal is a place which has a severe massacre of animals. Yet, if you read this Bible, which we're going to be going over, you will see that they will eat themselves and also will carry the breasts.
But the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons.
Ephraim is West Africa interpreted and goes second and right after Moses as a slave. There's 123 provinces that are kept for rare animal holders, which seem to be different in this area. Moses wears the turban. This is Leviticus chapter 10 and Leviticus chapter 7. This video has blood, and then we're going to the 123 provinces of Tibet. So rare Julie animals.
And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer, and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. And there went out fire from the Lord, and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. Then Moses said unto Aaron, This is it that the Lord spake, saying, I will be sanctified in them that come nigh me, and before all the people I will be glorified. And Aaron held his peace. And Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uzziel, the uncle of Aaron, and said unto them, Come near, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp. So they went near, and carried them in their coats out of the camp, as Moses had said. And Moses said unto Aaron, and unto Eleazar, and unto Ithamar his sons,
Ithamar means
Uncover not
Tamar, palm tree, and Aaron means mountain.
Uncover not your heads, neither rend your clothes, lest ye die, and lest wrath come upon all the people. But let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord hath kindled. And ye shall not go out from the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die. For the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you. And they did according to the word of Moses. And the Lord spake unto Aaron, saying, Do not drink wine nor strong drink, thou nor thy sons with thee, when ye go into the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. And that ye may put difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean, and that ye may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord hath spoken unto them by the hand of Moses. And Moses spake unto Aaron, and unto Eleazar, and unto Ithamar his sons that were left, Take the meat offering that remaineth of the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and eat it without leaven beside the altar, for it is most holy. And ye shall eat it in the holy place, because it is thy due, and thy sons' due, of the sacrifices of the Lord made by fire. I am commanded. And the wave breast and heave shoulder shall ye eat in a clean place, thou and thy sons, and thy daughters with thee, for they be thy due, and thy sons' due, which are given out of the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. The heave shoulder and the wave breast shall they bring with the offerings made by fire of the fat, to wave it for a wave offering before the Lord. And it shall be thine, and thy sons with thee, by a statute forever, as the Lord hath commanded. And Moses diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burnt. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, which were left alive, saying, Wherefore have ye not eaten the sin offering in the holy place, seeing it is most holy, and God hath given it you to bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? Behold, the blood of it was not brought in with the holy place. Ye should indeed have eaten it in the holy place, as I commanded. And Aaron said unto Moses, Behold, this day have they offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and such things have befallen me. And if I had eaten the sin offering today, should it have been accepted in the sight of the Lord? And when Moses heard that, he was content.
Okay, that verse was Leviticus chapter 10, and Aaron's sons were burnt up themselves. Right before that, Leviticus chapter 9, at the very end of the chapter, the animals themselves are burnt up as a sacrifice. So Aaron's kids were used as a sacrifice. Let's go over that real fast. Before we go over to the breast part, which everybody loves about Nepal. Nepal rhymes with nipple, and so breasts are there. And you know that Moses is nearby when you see that turban. This is chapter 9, right before chapter
Peace
10.
offerings. And Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of the congregation, and came out, and blessed the people. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the people. And there came a fire out from before the Lord, and consumed upon the altar the burnt offering and the fat, which when all the people saw, they shouted and fell on their faces. Chapter 10. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer, and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. And there went out fire from the Lord, and devoured them, and they died before the Lord.
So that was chapter 9 and 10 back to back, and the animals were sacrificed, and then Aaron's own kids were devoured by fire right afterwards, which gives you the impression that they are Aaron, which means mountain, eating their own kids. Okay, and then the breasts are given to Aaron and his sons. Woo-wee!
Out upon the altar. But the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. But the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. Unclean thing as the uncleanness of man.
Starting off midway through Leviticus.
Beast, or any abominable unclean thing, and eat of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings which pertain unto the Lord, even that soul shall be cut off from his people. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Ye shall eat no manner of fat, of ox, or of sheep, or of goat. And the fat of the beast that dieth of itself, and the fat of that which is torn with beasts, may be used in any other use, but ye shall in no wise eat of it. For whosoever eateth the fat of the beast, of which men offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, even the soul that eateth it shall be cut off from his people. Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood, whether it be of fowl or of beast, in any of your dwellings. Whatsoever soul it be that eateth any manner of blood, even that soul shall be cut off from his people. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, He that offereth the sacrifice of his peace offerings unto the Lord shall bring his oblation unto the Lord of the sacrifice of his peace offerings. His own hand shall bring the offerings of the Lord made by fire, the fat with the breast, it shall he bring, that the breast may be waved for a wave offering before the Lord. And the priest shall burn the fat upon the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. And the right shoulder shall ye give unto the priest for an heave offering of the sacrifices of your peace offerings. He among the sons of Aaron that offereth the blood of the peace offerings, and the fat, shall have the right shoulder for his part. For the wave breast and the heave shoulder have I taken of the children of Israel from off the sacrifices of their peace offerings, and have given them unto Aaron the priest and unto his sons by a statute forever from among the children of Israel.
Okay, we're going to stop there, as that seems pretty insightful towards what's going on in Nepal in the days of our slavery and the whole mountain thing going on with Aaron. And so, but we're going to be switching things over now to New Mexico. Wow. Can you imagine North Texas doesn't have a mountain, yet New Mexico gets the only mountain on this Indian-shaped map that we have here. Plus, Rajasthan would be going west, would be as if they had a mountain going westwards. What you get is from New Mexico. What if we were leaving when we were black, and you know black people? Okay, we're going to throw something cool in there and enhance this volume. It's the second Passover, and it deals with Ephraim. It's not the first Passover when Israel comes out. It's kind of odd. It's the second Passover, and let's see what they have to say about everything. This is going to add volume. This is going to enhance the educational realm. This is the only Passover that is on the second month, and is representing Ephraim.
The feast of unleavened bread in the second month, a very great congregation. And they arose and took away the altars that were in Jerusalem, and all the altars for incense took they away, and cast them into the brook Kidron. Then they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the second month, and the priests and the Levites were ashamed and sanctified themselves.
Okay, note that they were ashamed. What's interesting is that the Levites are, from the beginning of their Bible, added into the situation, which we think are close to angels, meaning the Levites come from out of nowhere. I don't know anything, but these seem to be like anything that comes from out of nowhere that can kill you. A lion, a bear, a dog, a shark.
And brought in the burnt offerings into the house of the Lord. And they stood in their place after their manner, according to the law of Moses the man of God. The priests sprinkled the blood which they received of the hand of the Levites. For there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified. Therefore the Levites had the charge of the killing of the Passover for every one that was not clean, to sanctify them unto the Lord. For a multitude of the people, even many of Ephraim and Manasseh, Issachar and Zebulun, had not cleansed themselves, yet did they eat the Passover otherwise than it was written.
But otherwise, that which is written, but otherwise it was written. So they did eat the Passover, but otherwise that it was written. So now we can check out the second Passover and look at the fact that Levites is still coming from out of nowhere. A lot of the Bible really is going to be exactly like what we just heard. It's as if they did but did not do. It's as if like the children of slave time frame over here all died, but then they didn't die. Isaiah 7:1-1 and Daniel's 9:1. Where the one guy is like totally different than the rest of the tribes, and yet they all died, and yet they did not die if you keep reading. A lot of the old school testimony, and this is to put into view that these people are faking their death by now, who are able to live a long time, having their own government, police stations, schools, they would be able to do these kind of things. We're not left out of that bracket. We're actually brought into there by command in the Bible. But this really, just to get an overview of how things could have been handled, this seems to be more of the way of the Bible, where people did not necessarily touch blood or go near death.
But Hezekiah prayed for them, saying, The good Lord pardon every one. That prepareth his heart to seek God, the Lord God of his father.
Is Moses coming up?
Though he be not cleansed according to the purification of the sanctuary. And the Lord hearkened to Hezekiah, and healed the people. And the children of Israel that were present at Jerusalem kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with great gladness. And the Levites and the priests praised the Lord day by day, singing with loud instruments unto the Lord.
Okay, we're going to skip a few verses.
So there was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the time of Solomon the son of David king of Israel, there was not the like in Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, study of peace. Okay, we're going to stop there. And by the way, Solomon was the wisest, showing yet another angle. All right, we have these plant-based chicken nuggets. Let's go ahead and fry. Okay, let's see how they're going. Excellent. All right, let's eat. And these are veggie nuggets, and we are from New Mexico. American first generation mixed. And take a look at these nuggets. New Mexico's in the house. West Africa is represented in New Mexico, and the north of Texas goes to New Mexico, but you don't see as many mountains as you do in other continents which go north on this African shape. It's definitely in the nuggets. Veggie nuggets. Yummy. Until next time. Okay, the other hidden 123 provinces of Tibet is coming up. And those who sponsored the Veggie Nugget, Norway, England, Walmart, and Burger King, have sponsored the Veggie Nuggets. Back of the Naps Plats. That is for the mountain that we are getting in New Mexico's area. Back of the Naps Plats. Whopper. we're next to get those rare animals. Everybody else may leave. This little mountain must be bad as hell. Okay, let's get to the 122 provinces of Tibet. Now we're dealing with Noah's Ark, Earth separates fire from the water, Shimham, Japhet. And what we have from West Texas, Hawaii. This is an overall, Texas is a 3D map of South America, South Pole. Merriam's represents, and so Merriam's represents a 2-3 balance. You can take out your calculator and do things like, how many 2-3 balances can there be in a 2-3 balance? There's usually only 2-3 balances. And you could do things, I don't know, like there's 12 time zones from Saudi Arabia to Texas, and Merriam's may be applied at any tri-state variation. 3D Arabia, Texas. And Saudi Arabia. Okay, so now we want to basically go into the next Tibet, which are going to be rare animals of Tibet. Allows for you to hide those animals. 123 provinces. We feel like Kenya on East Africa. If you go down to Madagascar's lips, you'll see the rare animals of Madagascar, which are a share of Philippines, but Philippines have a share of this huge mountain called Tibet Mountain. And from there it goes north to Russia. And so you get a very big influence of Nazarites, long-haired people from Russia and China. And it's especially as that Russian and Chinese people cross over to America and go down the One-Line Mountain. Eventually, they will shall connect with the tallest waterfall of Venezuela, but first must go through a long line and entourage of headbanger people with long hair, most likely representing the Bible verses of Nazarites, which is don't shave your hair bald, don't go near wine, and don't go near death. And there are a few more teeny-weeny excerpts for them to follow. Okay, and so now we're going to put up our symbols that we have for Tibet. We are friends with Tibet. America is friends with Tibet. And the reason why we are friends with Tibet is because they have taken it to the next level, because they have the rare animals, and because America is aligned with both long-haired Nazarites from the north side and with tallest waterfall on earth. And so we're going to put up the Takin, the mighty Takin, which is a cow-like being. Different. He is like a cow, the Takin is quite different, but he is evidently not a cow. He reminds me more of some kind of futuristic being. One of the animals, definitely not a cow. Okay, so Takin is the first step. Then step number 2 comes in, a longer-nosed Takin. Check out the body of a cow. Wow, this one's starting to look alien also. Nose of an elephant. Our nappy buffalo are indigenous. Nappy is a vacuum, so you better watch out. A longer nose. When you ask me, you can see the progressive stages of Takin, and that you can compare notes with the idea that Noah's Ark 1, 2, 3. I see what we have over here is a nappy buffalo. Happy black deeds white, flowers around your temple. Nappy produces flowers. You know what's interesting about the buffaloes is that the buffaloes are short and stocky, and that the llamas of America are also short and stocky. We look like Africa. You know what's interesting about that is that the camels visit, they have a long neck, Tibet. And you see some camels from the Arabic world in India and China. But the Tibetan administration is called the Dalai Lama. And we have llamas over here that are short and stocky. When you ask me, you can see the progressive stages of Takin, and that you can compare notes with the idea that Noah's Ark 1, 2, 3. I see what we have over here is a nappy buffalo, Chinese 24 hours of horizon cow plus blonde cow. And I see that the 1, 2, 3 people of Noah's Ark seem like the nationalities that we have around us until you get to the 4th nationality brought up in Noah's Ark. Who is the 4th one? 4 means Arab, mixed, and also means to multiply greatly. They killed the multitude of our buffalo. which means the people multiplied greatly have been there since the days of Noah's Ark. Well, that's all very interesting to West Africa, New Mexico, who gets a small negative mountain, especially when you look north of Texas and they don't have this gigantic mountain. But why are we aligned with Tibet? It's going to be easy to see that once you see our Noah's Ark stuff, our Shem Ham Japhet, our Noah's Ark, our All Black Hawaii, Texas is represented at Shem Ham Japhet Noah's Ark going westwards. This stronghold, Hawaii, represents Noah's Ark. And of course, you get the all black turtle turned 4 live volcanoes, and you try to fit black into that turtle and you're left all over Africa. The half and half. In a sense, what we have is something called the Ka. And the Ka is the likeness of. And so while we were represented both a half and half and one towards China, India, we stayed all black the entire way. This allowed for an African to be both in, I would say, like a Moses and Miriam's at the same time. Okay, and so, however, as we look, we are given a different assortment of beings. Water buffaloes, if you've been to Oakland. Is that a medical boomerang? The yin yang yin may be one of 2-3 balances of Miriam's. It might be that. And nappy buffaloes, which go as a pair to 3 cows. 24 hours of horizon cow from the North Pole pushes out horizontally east and west and wants to push all foreign cows and all foreign chickens back to their own home. The 1, 2, 3 beings that came out were Shem Ham Japhet Noah's Ark, except it's life in the water, but could go in reverse, showing that black was in the middle. He can reverse it, he can spin it around. But what is the 4th being if it's not Arab 4 and mixed into multiplied greatly? Our concern here would be that the multitudes of cows that you see, you've never seen before in America. Our 24 hours of horizon Chinese cow wants to push out all foreign cow beings and all foreign chickens back to their own home. Our nappy buffaloes are unique. Our nappy buffaloes are situated at Shem Ham Japhet Noah's Ark, except it's 5 from the water. What's unique is that the red bear of Mexico does not eat meat, yet the 12 time zones, China to Morocco, are followed by another 12 time zones. And to see that the black and white panda bear is like the Mexican red bear. They both don't eat meat. Well, you feel in the ambience of our connection that they switch things around, that black and white would be paired together. Yin, yang, yin, they're starting to switch it. And yet you see these bears, the 2, 3, aloof together. You know, every once in a while you may see a red bear and a panda bear together. The candle in the flicker of ambience. Well, no electric Russia. The connection that we have is for a Nazarite long-haired people who would go over the Bering Strait, and these are correctly Chinese and white people, which we are trying to associate with headbangers down the One Line Mountain, who would eventually go to the tallest waterfall on earth, which is in Venezuela, for a Nazarite long-haired people. Our connection to Tibet seems to go around the back and see the non-1, 2, 3 4th animals, the multiplying, and the impressive display of not even the 1, 2, 3 animals, the way they're displayed. Our nappy buffalo, in a sense, represent what Hawaii would represent. Shem Ham Japhet, that separates 5 from the water. The fulfillment of our world, which is to walk before you fly Hawaii. How can you fly before you fall? Let me show you something that's very unique. Hawaii is like small crumbs coming in, and that which is flying before it falls has to go through a winter garment, which is called a buffalo, is getting larger over this idea. A similar idea would show that nappy kite after nappy kite after nappy kite after nappy kite would represent the Tower of Babylon, represents something that was taken away from India. Another clock would show that Texas 2D 3D has 3 people come up from the South Pole. 2 people are opposite connect, 1 person is left out, who gets Hawaii at polar opposite, and that would be black. You could literally dig underneath Hawaii and get to Africa in one sense. Buffalo ants. And also the fact that other people who are going underground, typically in their history, suspectfully are mating, populating underground, and infesting underground, and destroying underground, while other groups seem to take the underground to themselves, like northern whites or the buffalo ants. Llamas and the Dalai Lamas, from a New Mexican perspective. Okay, I think that's just about going to wrap us up. Happy produces flowers, crumbs level. When dealing with Hawaii, Balama Block's prophecy showed that Assyria's slaves will be with Kitayim. Getting there is kind of difficult, but via Genesis 25, you'll see islands of the Polynesian people. In a sense, our Hawaii must go westwards and will represent Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Noah's Ark, or separated from the water. We perceive that you can keep the family together one way or the other. We perceive that the one way or the other seems to be gerbil cheeks going this way in Hawaii, or happy black deeds white keeping the family together going that way. We do suspect that the other North Pole portion, which kept the family together earlier, could still go westwards and be conquered by Africans in the future. Our Chinese 24 hours of rising cow from the North Pole wants to push out, going side to side horizontally, all foreign cows and all foreign chickens. Until next time, over and out.